Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Phil Amato.
And I'm Donna Hick, and we are going to begin with breaking news now. It appears as if another World Trade Center building, rather, is just about to collapse.
Ron Wilson Jr. lives only 4 blocks away from where the World Trade Center used to stand. He's at the scene right now over the phone. Ron, you're a freelance photographer there. Tell us what you see right now. Apparently, there are fears that that one World Trade Center building, number 5, could possibly collapse.
Actually, from where I'm at right now, I'm only able to see like smoke from my apartment building. So I can't really see exactly what's happening, but it looks as if the smoke is continuing as if we're as bad as yesterday.
Ron, how close have you been able to get to the scene to see exactly what's going on over there?
Today, actually not very close. They're kind of keeping a lot of people away, and it's basically a lot of sneaking around to try to get as close as I was yesterday. Although yesterday I think I was pretty much as close as any of the photographers could be right after the second tower had fallen down.
We're going to take a look at some of your pictures that you took yesterday in just a few minutes, but I want to ask you, we are hearing reports tonight that there are some of the pictures you've taken, they're very dramatic. That of a firefighter, they're obviously very distraught over what he's seeing. But we are understanding that there is probably a half a mile on either side of the World Trade Center where damage is absolutely extensive, many of those buildings destroyed. Is that correct?
Oh, sure. I mean, I don't think that we're able to really get a full scale of exactly how bad it is. I think it's going to probably take weeks or, even a month to really get in there and find out, because from what I saw yesterday, everything downtown had some type of damage. I mean, every building had broken out windows, metal sticking out from every corner of the buildings, and it was just unbelievable.
Ron, you took a number of pictures yesterday. When you got to the scene, you were actually running toward the scene while other people were running toward you, right?
Yes, I was. I'm not sure if that was a smart thing, but just maybe a photographer's instinct made me head that way.
You've been a photographer for a number of years now. How'd you keep your composure while snapping off these shots?
Well, it's actually really hard. I had originally started out in the morning thinking it was just an airline accident, and still looking at the Trade Center when it was standing and thinking that, the firemen were going to go in, put out the fire, and that everything would be repaired. And then as the, incident kept happening with the first tower going down, and then maybe 30 minutes later the second, it was just, unbelievable. I was crying half the time, and, the New Yorker spirit, was really amazing yesterday. People helping each other out and offering, help to complete strangers, and it was amazing.
It has been an amazing thing to see. We understand that you gave your father quite the scare yesterday.
Yeah, it took me a while to get through to Florida. My cell phone wasn't working, and there were maybe 50 people or so waiting at some of the payphones. So I just thought maybe it was more important that I keep going with what I was working on and, contact home when I could.
Yeah, well, we are glad
we
are glad you are right now, Ron, and thanks so much for joining us and sharing your pictures as well.
And we really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Some dramatic scenes out of there again today. Really, we've been talking so much about how courageous so many of these people are out there, between the firefighters and the police officers, and even those of those people out there that are trying to bring us what is happening. It is very unstable out there. We keep getting the picture that there is so much still about to collapse, or that is collapsing, that it's just you understand why they don't want people in that ground zero area. Well, several new developments